Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. You've heard me talk about the nations around the world that have an accumulation of gold in their reserves. And this particular nation we're going to be talking about in this video is going to be doing something quite remarkable with gold coming up here in the near future. So let's explore. What you're looking at here is a photo of some gold reserves in a particular nation in Africa that has an accumulation of gold and has been accumulating gold for quite some time here, but really not as long as some people think. I'm talking about Ghana. Ghana is a nation that has had an unchanged amount of gold for quite some time, since the early 2000s here. And you can see by this chart where the gold has been coming from, or as far as the addition to its reserves that we've seen, and it's always topped out here at 8.74 tons, and it's not a whole lot, but I think the last time I checked that they were ranked somewhere in the 70s as far as the amount of gold that they have in their nation. But Ghana is not a rich nation, so I think it's great that they have gold. And they just accumulated it pretty much all at once around 2002 or so, and it looks like it spiked up a little bit there to just over 8.74, maybe 8.742 tons, and they sold off a few at the very beginning, and it's been a flat line ever since. You look through here, we can see where it has been ever since 8.74 for the last number of years. But what they're going to be doing is they're going to start gold purchases from small scale miners very soon, which I think is a great thing in country. This news just coming to us here, and on this Christmas Eve, the Vice President of Ghana, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, has indicated that in conjunction with the Bank of Ghana, the government will begin a gold purchase program, which will involve the purchasing of gold from the small-scale mining sector in the country. I think that is just wonderful news. So they are going to help support local mining there. Speaking at the maiden edition of the Responsible Small-Scale Mining Awards, Dr. Bawumia revealed that after a series of deliberations, the Bank of Ghana has been persuaded to start this program, which is going to be the first of its kind in history. According to him, when started, the program will be a boost for the small-scale mining sector, as purchases made will improve the country's gold reserves. That is something to note, and I think it's amazing to see this happening in a country like Ghana. The vice president described the mining award ceremony as an historic occasion which he is proud to be very part of. He opined that he sees the award to be something peculiar because all too often our problem-solving turns to focus more on chasing and punishing wrongdoers and not recognizing and rewarding those who do right, and this is what makes this award different. The award recognizes players in the small-scale mining sector who, despite the temptation to join the wrongdoing bandwagon, have decided to stay within the relevant regulatory framework for the country and to operate responsibly, he explained. He further stated a number of ways that Ghana has benefited from small-scale mining over the years, touting that he believes small-scale mining has contributed immensely to Ghana becoming the leading gold producer in Africa. So there it is. And so they're taking advantage of that and of how much mining has increased, gold mining, and he's rewarding those who have stayed within the regulatory framework. As we all know, Ghana's gold production has increased significantly over the past few decades, making it the leading gold producer in Africa. The contribution of small-scale mining to this trend is commendable. Currently, it is estimated that the small-scale mining contributes about 35% to Ghana's total gold production, and 35% is huge. Wow. So that is pretty amazing that level, the small scale, is providing over a third for the gold production in Ghana. Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, however, cautioned that regardless of the many advantages of small scale mining, if the act is not done responsibly, it can damage the environment. He therefore called on the miners to mine responsibly to help save the environment and the country's natural resources. Vice President also commended the efforts of the sector minister Samuel Abu Jinapor and his two deputy ministers for their leadership in the natural resources sector. In his estimation, the minister has since the assumption of office brought a renewed approach to the process of ending Galamsey through the diverse initiatives. In this regard, he cited an example of how the minister made a passionate plea for the 3% withholding tax being paid by gold producers to be slashed down to 1.5%. I'm all for cutting taxes. I think that's great. He went on to applaud the organizers of the program for working tirelessly to achieve such a great feat for the mining sector and for Ghana. He subsequently used the opportunity to congratulate the winners of the various awards, saying that the awards should be a motivation to other miners to do better at their jobs and also keep the environment safe while at it. The Minister for Land and Natural Resources, Samuel Abu Jinapor, in his welcome address expressed his profound gratitude to the Vice President of the Republic and the Chief of Staff for taking the time off their busy schedules to honor his invitation. He also sent out his appreciation to the leaders of the members of Ghana National Association of Small Miners in partnership with the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources to institute this all-important award scheme and the tremendous support of the government's quest to sanitize the small-scale mining industry. So in the coming year, they will continue to pursue measures that are necessary to restore sanity into the small-scale mining industry. He said that they're already engaged in the ADB Bank to establish a mineral development unit of the bank, which is to provide financial support to small-scale miners, adding that the initiative is expected to roll out early next year. The minister intimated that this community mining scheme remains one of the surest ways of tracking illegal mining. They will continue to promote the community mining scheme to serve as a model for all small-scale mining operations. Mr. Jinapor gave the assurance that the ministry will ramp up their regulatory efforts and continue to partner with the leadership of the Ghana National Association of Small-Scale Miners to weed out recalcitrant illegal miners out of the industry, while encouraging and supporting genuine legal miners who have regard for the environment. We will never relent on this effort, and God willing, and with your support, we shall realize the vision of President Akufo-Addo by constructing here in Ghana a viable, sustainable, orderly, and environmentally sound small-scale mining industry. We can let this done, he concluded. And several General Secretary of the Ghana Association of Small-Scale Miners, Dr. Godwin Arma, congratulated the awardees, saying, "Your victory is a symbol of the true reflection of our work and telling the whole world that Ghana is on course to revitalize the small-scale mining sector." So it is interesting to see, as this article concludes, what's going on, and essentially they are going to bolster the gold reserve for the first time, really ever. This is the first time ever this has happened, because it's been like this for 25 years. And if we look at what is going to happen in the future, we can see here that ever since this was projected, they are going to see it a bump up here, and to maybe 8.76 is what they are calculating for the future of their gold reserve. So this serves two fronts: rewarding small-scale mining, responsible small-scale mining, but also seeing what's coming ahead, and this nation, Ghana, who is very successful gold mining, is going to continue, and they're going to take and buy some of that gold for their own reserves. We often don't hear how these nations accumulate gold. Is it traded or what have you? But they're going to get it directly from their country. I'm sure other nations such as China are doing that. But anytime you can take an example and take your own gold reserves and add to the reserves, you should do it. I believe the United States, even though we have far out the largest, other nations are catching up. And I believe it is incumbent upon us to do the same thing here in the United States. So I think this should, if anything, even though it certainly will not be an example to the United States of what Ghana is doing, a nation which is much more poor, I think it is an example for what you and I could be doing. If central banks are adding gold, it's probably not a bad idea that we add more gold to our portfolios, to be our own central banks by having gold in our possession. I think there's a valuable lesson here, and multiple lessons actually involved in this, but fascinating indeed that for the first time ever, making history, Ghana is going to add to its reserves from gold mined in country from small-scale miners. Pretty amazing indeed. Let me know what your thoughts are about this story on this Christmas Eve, and I want to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas. Fascinating story. I want to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for taking the time to watch this video, and to encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.